Thing that people make mistakes on, they'll look at a 1925 home and they'll compare it to a 1950s home, and that's a big no-no. That's at least a $10,000 difference in some places, sometimes even as high as 15. So you got to be really aware that you're comparing an apple to an apple. We found this by implementing one of our favorite campaigns, which is direct mail. Good news today is great news because we sold the house for $312,000. Bought it for $175,000. We put in $55,000 of renovations, and we ended up selling it for $312,000. Our investor invested about $210,000 in this, and he got a $16,000 return. And the profit here we're making is about $41,000.
We've got a surprise for you guys. We dived into the vault and we found a video from back in February 2019 where we met up with Nam from Winnipeg. He's part of Go Get It Real Estate. They're kind of a real estate meetup group, coaching group, bunch of other stuff. But anyways, we sat down with him, we toured one of his Burr projects and just discussed the Winnipeg real estate investing market. Feels really timely because a lot of you recently have been hitting me up about the Winnipeg market, so this will shed a little bit more light. What is up, you guys? Matt McKeever here today in Winnipeg, and we're here with Nam from Go Get It Real Estate. And so he's going to be touring us around one of their current flip projects. So I'm really excited to check it out. So we're going to let Nam take it away.
Awesome.
And show us the place.
Great. Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate you coming down to Winnipeg. Welcome, everyone. This is 763 Walker. And like Matt said, my name is Nam Ratna. I'm with the Go Get It Real Estate team. Welcome to our flip. This is in wonderful Fort Rouge, Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I'll tell you a little bit about this property. So one of the number one things you really have to understand when you're flipping a property, you have to understand how to find these deals. A lot of the times it's private, right? You're not usually buying it off the market, general market, so private. So we found this by implementing one of our favorite campaigns, which is direct mail. So one of the owners, they happened to call us and they said, oh, we got one of your letters. We'd like to discuss on how we can, sell this property. So we started negotiating. My wonderful business partner, Taylor Fair, is the one who negotiated this property. So as you can see, we're in the kitchen now. This property we ended up buying and negotiating for $175,000. And it wasn't like this, as you can tell. It needed to be painted, new kitchen, new appliances and things like that. But we put in about $55,000 of renovations. So the unique thing about this is that the floor that we're on right now, it's 4 bedrooms. And then there's actually another suite that goes upstairs, and there's 1 bedroom upstairs. So it's actually a 4 bedroom on the main floor and a 1 bedroom upstairs. So it's actually being sold as a home with like another secondary suite. Okay, and good news today is great news because we sold the house for $312,000. Okay, so we bought it for $175,000. We put in $55,000 of renovations, and we ended up selling it for $312,000. Some of you might be wondering, how do we finance this thing? And that's again something that we had to learn, and we also teach, and Matt I'm sure talks about this a lot too, is we had to raise capital and figure out how to find a partner who would be willing to invest with us to purchase it, renovate it, and all that. So he actually, our investor invested about $210,000 in this, and he got a $16,000 return on this project as well. So we talked about how we bought it, we talked about how we funded it. Oh, and the profit here we're making is about $41,000. So we bought it for $175,000, we put in $55,000 of reno, and we sold it for $312,000. You're probably wondering, where did all the rest of that profit go? You have to keep in mind that there is realtor cost, which was about 4%, which is costing about $13,000. There's always going to be lawyer fees, there's going to be closing fees, and we're in Manitoba. So those of you that are not from Manitoba, we have something called the land transfer tax when we buy a house. So that's usually about a percentage of the purchase price originally. And you got to take into account utilities and property tax and all that. So when you take into all the holding costs, we're profiting about $41,000. It's a pretty good day at the office, but you always want to make sure when you're calculating net profit that you're taking into account everything.
You want to break down for us, do you have standard finishes? Like, do you always use the same type of flooring, and what type of flooring, paint colors?
Yeah, great question. So when we're flipping the property, our company, we always want to make sure that we have a template that we use. We have something called the scope of work that we use, that we create, and it has all the materials all set up. So we have a standard material that we use on all our properties and our paint, and we usually have maybe, I think, about 3 or 4 templates that we would use depending on the area, the price range. So we're in at a $312,000 price range. So the finishes, and we're in Fort Rouge. So the finishes here have to be, you know, mid to high, not super, super low, like if we were in areas what we call the north end or the west end of Winnipeg. So you want to be at that mid to high finishes. You don't necessarily, like right here we're using, this is laminate countertops. You don't need the granite necessarily. If we were in another higher end area like say Metal, then maybe we'd use granite. But when you're flipping a property, you really want to be aware of what area you're in. And then when you're analyzing the value, so analyzing comparables, you want to make sure what type of renovations those properties have had. So you want to be on that same point.
Do you stage all your properties?
Yes, we believe that you should stage all your if you're flipping a property, you should 100% stage it. When people walk into the house, they want to be able to feel the emotion and picture themselves living here. So someone can walk into the kitchen, picture themselves having breakfast right here, right? There's a teapot there, like it just makes you feel like you're at home. It helps you sell at that top dollar value. If you're not staging it, I can assure you're going to sell a percentage lower. I can't guarantee what percentage, but it will be a percentage lower than that top dollar you could have gotten.
And so do you guys mainly focus in this price range in the market in Winnipeg?
We like to be in the first-time home buyer range, which in Winnipeg is around that 200 to 300 K mark. So yeah, we do like to be there because that's where the
CEO. We're here at OREC, making it happen, Captain. So make sure you check us out, OREC. Check out leadninja.ca. We got an amazing promo /OREC. Hang out with my boys Matt and Jeff. See you guys soon. Come get some money, man. Get you paid. Peace.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to OREC. Welcome to OREC because it is our second event here and we're excited. People are coming. People are excited, not sure what to expect because there's some new people here, but the people that have been here from last year are making them feel welcomed, and they all got their Jag swag bag, and we're going to kick off and have an amazing day today.
Welcome, guys. You missed out if you're only watching this and you didn't get to experience, because OREC 2019, bigger and better than ever before. And honestly, it's still just the beginning. 2020, we are going to blow up. So you guys are going to want to check us out in 2020. But otherwise, look at this place, guys. This is amazing. I mean, just absolutely crazy what we've been able to do in 2 years. And at the end of the day, it's because of our community. It's because of you guys and your support and just your willingness to come out and network. Because you guys know what I say all the time, but your net worth is directly impacted by your network. So you guys need to get out here and get networking. OREC 2019, let's do this. And so do you guys mainly focus in this price range in the market in Winnipeg?
We like to be in the first-time home buyer range, which in Winnipeg is around that 200 to 300 K mark. So yeah, we do like to be there because that's where the bulk of your buyers are. So if you are out there flipping in any other market or coming in Winnipeg to flip, what you should look at is, hey, where are the biggest percentages of sales happening? And that's where you want to be flipping. You don't want to be flipping in that small, at least when you start. And then maybe when you become an expert, you can go into those niche markets, but find out where most of the sales are happening. That's where most of the opportunity will be.
Let's do it.
All right, so like I was saying, there is another suite here. So the person that ended up buying this property was one person, and he is going to live upstairs. So it's a 1-bedroom up here, and as you can tell, same finishes. We always like to have, like, you know, neutral colors is what we like to do, and then we like to have one feature wall to give it a little pop. But the person's going to rent this place out, and then live up here and then rent the bottom place out. So we knew that this would be a great opportunity for someone, either a first-time home buyer or someone that wants to do a little rental hacking as well.
So this seems like a unique layout for a flip.
Yes.
So are you attracted to properties that are unique, or are they scary for flips?
And that's the thing. And we are not necessarily always looking for these type of things. And that's one of the main reasons I think why our members, they weren't too sure what to do with these properties, because we usually assign and connect our projects with our members. But we took this one on because I think people weren't too sure what to do. And we understood that it was a unique layout. That's why so for example, if you walk into a house and you know it's not a traditional layout, it's a little unique, it's a little off maybe, or whatever it is, you want to take that into account in the after repair value. So if you're saying that, hey, this house could be worth $350, but it's got maybe an awkward layout or a unique layout, you want to bring down that value down a little bit. So that's what we did, because we know that these types of homes in this type of home, this size, in this area, could go for a lot higher. But we ended up selling it for $312 because we knew that, and you know, when I mean higher, it could go up. Some duplexes, even these sizes, will go up to $400,000, $450,000. But we knew that we're going to be closer to that $320, $315 to $325 range.
And do you mind breaking down for the audience, just how do you figure out what the ARV is,
Yes,
what the average is for the neighborhood?
No, that's a great question, and that's where a lot of people, I find, lose money in 3 places. They lose money on how they buy, or what price they bought it for, and it's usually because they misjudge on what the house could be valued at. So that's what the ARV is, after repair value. So the way we teach we do it, and the way we teach is you need to go talk to your go-to realtor, your realtor, and take the exact specs of this house, or the house that you're looking to repair, and find comparables within 3 to 6 months. So homes that are exactly the same, that have sold in the exact same area in the last 3 to 6 months. So if you're comparing, let's say this house is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet, single detached garage, it was full basement, and it was a 1925 build, that means you need to be comparing homes that are exactly the same. For example, one of the thing that people make mistakes on, they'll look at a 1925 home and they'll compare it to a 1950s home, and that's a big no-no. That's at least a $10,000 difference in some places, sometimes even as high as 15. So you got to be really aware that you're comparing an apple to an apple, and so that's exactly what we do. And what we like to do is take, if we get 10 of them, we like to narrow it down to the 3 best comps, and we pick that value like that. Okay, let's keep going. So this is the kitchen here, you can tell. So depending on the area, this is Fort Rouge, and we knew that this will be for first-time home buyers and maybe even a person who's just trying to rental hack. So stainless steel appliances and all that was not necessary. But if you're in a higher end finish, like I said, for example in Winnipeg and St. Vital, you're gonna want stainless steel finishes. So this is the bathroom here. Bathrooms and kitchens are the 2 most important things, and really that's what sells the flip. If your bathroom and your kitchen is not done properly, the wife usually is the one that's not gonna want to buy it. So that's why staging, of course, is important, because the wife is, if you believe it or not, when it's a couple or a family, is the one that's going to be emotionally and also making that decision or pushing that decision. So if she doesn't like the kitchen or the bathroom, the house is not going to sell. And you got to be aware of that. So don't go crazy or do you weird things in there. Like make it very nice, and that's why we stick with neutral colors and things like that as well. So yeah, that's the other the bedroom here. So it's a 1 bedroom here, and then there's a separate entrance right behind you as well. And then we can go back downstairs.
Your pricing strategy. So if you list the property high and then negotiate down, do you list it low and try to get multiples?
So we like to. It really depends on the project and the particular deal. For this one, we knew that we're in a good area, and it's fully renovated, and we were at a decent, like nothing. It wasn't a price point where we were so low where we wanted to bring a lot of people in on an offer date, because we weren't too sure. Like I said, the unique layout of the property. We knew that it was going to be a little lower than what the comps were saying. So we didn't want to risk in putting a $299 value with an offer date and then ended up getting only the $299 because of the unique functionality of the house. So we went in and put it in our top dollar. So we had listed this at, I believe, at $320 or $324, but we knew that we would be willing to go as low as like $305. Right, so we were willing to negotiate. But if we were in an area where it's a prime area, and like for example, St. Vital is a great area that we did a project in last year, and there's a lot of eyes on it, like hot area, we know that we want to be pricing in where it's very attractive, where we can get a lot of eyes in, and put in an offer date and just drive the price up. But right now in Winnipeg, and with the banking regulations and the stress tests and all that kind of stuff, you can still sell.
Sorry to interrupt YouTube, but did you know we're not just creating content for YouTube anymore? In fact, we're creating Facebook exclusive videos, and one I wanted to highlight for you is focused on Airbnb and Airbnb re-rentals or arbitrage strategy. We're sharing this in our Double Your Gross Rents Facebook group, a free Facebook group for Airbnb hosts from across the world. So again, we're releasing exclusive content consistently in that Facebook group and all the other Facebook groups we manage. If you guys aren't following me on Facebook, you're missing out.
Right now in Winnipeg, and with the banking regulations and the stress tests and all that kind of stuff, you can still sell for overpriced. Don't get me wrong, but the likelihood of that happening more like a lot compared to where 5 years ago is not as high. So this is the basement. So nothing too fancy here. We don't develop, when you're flipping properties, you don't necessarily want to be developing a basement. Right? You just want to be let it be. You're not going to get that value back. Same thing with a garage, for example. You're not going to build a brand new garage. Unless, for some reason, like every single house on that street, had a garage, and you almost forced to put up a garage because it won't sell. Okay, but in most cases you're not, and this is why we don't do anything in the basement. We really want to just make it clean, functional. We just got everything out. I think we just painted the floor, made sure everything works, the electrical panel, and all that is great. Here at Go Get It, we want to always make sure that we're pulling permits the right way and making sure that we're selling a great product on the back end. Because people are going to ask, were permits pulled? Were things done properly? They're going to be doing inspections, so we just want to make sure that you're providing a great product on the back end. So make sure you're pulling permits and making sure the functionality of the house is great. If not, negotiate your price. That's the idea. Don't cover it up, just negotiate it and get the better price, so then you can just provide a good product on the back end. That's how we operate. Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys following me on the tour. I hope you took some nuggets from this tour. And like I said, my name's Ratna from the Go Get It Real Estate team. If you don't know anything about us, definitely check out our website, gogetitrealestate.com. Check us out on Instagram at Go Get It Real Estate. Check out real estate. Make sure you get into real estate and learn about it. I left medicine for this. I graduated from med school, got into real estate, and I can assure you it's 100% worth it, not only for you, but for your family and your future family. This can drastically impact your generation and future generations. So definitely learn about real estate. Thank you, Matt, for coming down to Winnipeg. And again, remember, dreams are big, but taking action is bigger. So go get it, guys.
If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough money in this world for us to all make it, but if you're not saving it, I mean, like, what's the point? Thanks.